Minaj just dropped a political bombshell that has the establishment panicking. A rap superstar revealed the exact moment she decided to support Donald Trump, and her reasoning is making liberals lose their minds. What she said about the relentless attacks on Trump will shock you, and it proves something huge is happening in America right now. See, this is not just another celebrity endorsement. This is a cultural earthquake. Nicki Minaj has over 100 million followers across social media, and when she speaks, young Americans listen. Her revelation that she was driven to Trump because she recognized the same bullying tactics used against her exposes the left's playbook for all to see. This means millions of Americans who felt isolated and attacked are finding their voice through Trump's movement. The Democrats are terrified because their celebrity monopoly is crumbling right before our eyes. When one of the biggest names in hip-hop calls out their lies and manipulation, it signals a massive shift in American culture that could reshape politics forever. Speaking of people finding their voice and fighting back against the system that's been wearing us down, if you're like me, and you're getting to that age where your body just feels sluggish and off all the time, then listen up. Because recently I wasn't feeling great. I decided to call my friend Dr. Josh for some help. I told him what was going on, and his response, it kind of shocked me. He said most Americans are walking around with compromised liver function and don't even realize it. You see, your liver processes everything: toxins, stress, the junk in our food supply. Up Wellness created Ultra Liver to support your body's natural detox processes so you can feel energized and sharp again. Just like America needs a detox from the establishment poison, your body needs support too. Get Ultra Liver at tryultraliver.com/NNN. Use code NEXTNEWS or use the code NNN for your exclusive discount. Now back to this incredible story. Here's what the mainstream media will not tell you about Nicki's awakening. She didn't just randomly decide to support Trump. She had what she calls a premonition her whole life about having a second job to do. She texted someone during the campaign saying the attacks on Trump were a mistake and that it made her want to get into politics. See, it wasn't impulsive. This was destiny calling. And some other big wins, not just by pulling over the celebrity endorsements of one of hip-hop's biggest stars. President Trump has also just announced a major trade deal with India, lowering U.S. tariffs from 25% to 18% after speaking with Prime Minister Modi. This just happened today at the White House. Let's check in with the latest on that first.
President Trump lowers tariffs on India from 25% to 18%. He announced the deal in a True Social post after speaking with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi this morning. In exchange, the president said India will reduce their tariffs against the U.S. to zero. Modi also commented he committed to invest over $500 billion in U.S. energy, technology, agriculture, coal, and many other products. The two leaders also spoke on ending the war between Russia and Ukraine. President Trump said Modi agreed to stop buying Russian oil and buy much more from the U.S. and potentially Venezuela. He claimed this will help end the war in Ukraine, emphasizing thousands of people are dying every week.
Think about that. Going to buy the oil from us and not Russia. Trump's trade victory with India sets the stage, but watch how independent sources are already amplifying the win. A good explainer video of today's India and USA trade deal.
एक छोटा बदलाव लेकिन असर बड़ा। अमेरिका ने भारत पर लगने वाला टैक्स 25% से घटाकर 18% कर दिया। टैरिफ का मतलब होता है जब कोई देश दूसरे देश से सामान मंगाता है।
Yeah. We're gonna pass that one up there. Good explainer video if you speak the language. Third-party validators are jumping in to explain the deal's significance. The momentum is building fast. National Defense writes, President Trump and Modi announced the final India-U.S. trade deal with tariffs. The coverage is spreading across multiple platforms, but this is where it takes an unexpected turn. Americans are overwhelmingly supporting deporting criminal illegals in local cooperation with ICE. Another major White House announcement today. We're shifting from the economic wins to domestic policy victories. Trump's agenda is firing on all cylinders. And here is the U.S. Attorney Pirro.
I do have a good relationship with the mayor. Look, this is about making sure that it's a partnership. It's the only way we're going to solve the problem, and we are solving this problem. We are solving more homicide cases than we ever have in the district. And the mayor now is seeing what this combined resource allocation is doing. We've got all kinds of benefits, technology and new databases, and plugging in all kinds of tracking that she didn't have before. And, you know, the mayor has always believed in making the city safe. What the president has done and what the Attorney General Pam Bondi has done is they've created the equation and the pieces to the equation that get us to the point where we get a good resolution. You know, my office is working every day on unsolved homicide cases. We've got more solved homicides than we've had in decades in the district. It's all about focus, partnership, and being serious and making sure that you don't say, well, this is a little different. You know, it's good enough right now. It's still not good enough, Martha. It's never good enough unless there's no crime.
Technology is giving us a leg up, as are President Trump's policies. From immigration to crime fighting, the administration's tough policies are showing results. But wait to see who's noticing. Nicki Minaj says the vicious treatment of Trump drove her to support him.
What issue specifically, like, drew you in the most? Is it immigration? Is it the economic policy? Is it religious freedoms? What specifically, you know, answers that calling that you talk about?
Definitely, religious freedom is something that's very important to me. But if I'm being honest, President Trump. Yes, because when I saw how he was being treated over and over and over, I just couldn't handle it. Like, because I felt that same, you know, a lot of that bullying and the smear campaigns and all of the lying, I felt that had been done to me for so many years. And I was watching it in real time happen to someone else. And I didn't think he deserved it. And it made me think, I can't do this anymore.
Nicki Minaj. Celebrity endorsements are pouring in. Here's more from Nicki Minaj, her political awakening.
You've been recently very vocal about politics and social issues. Was there a specific moment that flipped the switch for you? Was it Gavin Newsom? Was it Nigeria? What made you wake up, so to speak?
You know what, Katie? I think that people's steps are aligned. I used to always tell people this when I was growing up, but like I had this strong premonition my whole life that I had a second job to do. Like, and this was, by the way, this was before I even made it in rap. Something inside of me just told me I would have another thing to do. And so actually, the first time I said it out loud or texted it was during the last campaign, the presidential campaign, this last one. I saw something and I texted someone I knew right away and I said, this is a mistake. And I also said, all of this is making me want to get into politics. So the last thing that really did it was me seeing certain things, the campaign, this recent campaign, presidential campaign, and knowing that I could help because the things that I was saying, it was happening. Like I was saying, oh, this is a bad idea, or this is a good idea, or and the things I was saying were coming to fruition. And so it made me think, oh, this is easy. I mean, if it's this easy, then maybe I should do it. And then there was something that happened a few months ago that if I wasn't going to do it before, something happened a couple months ago.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it, but I'll say that sometimes people can push you so much that they push you all the way into your next calling, into your next blessing, into your next life. And that's what happened with me.
Her next calling. Nicki Minaj isn't just endorsing Trump, she's explaining her political awakening in detail and goes deeper than expected. She saw the bullying, the smear campaigns, like it had happened to her for years.
Religious freedom is something that's very important to me. But if I'm being honest, President Trump.
Multiple sources covering Minaj's bombshell. Her reasoning is resonating across social media. When I saw how he was being treated over and over, I couldn't handle it. I didn't think he deserved it. It made me think, I can't do this anymore. The Minaj story is exploding everywhere. Her personal connection to Trump's treatment is striking a nerve with millions. So the moment that broke Nicki Minaj was watching Trump endure the same relentless bullying she experienced for years. She said she couldn't handle it, didn't think he deserved it. That's when she realized she couldn't stay silent anymore. The left's weapon of destruction, character assassination through lies, finally backfired spectacularly. You see, this is what happens when Americans wake up to the truth. Nicki Minaj saw through the lies, recognized the playbook, and chose courage over conformity. Her massive platform is now amplifying the America First message to demographics the establishment thought they owned forever. This endorsement proves Trump's movement transcends traditional political boundaries. It's about recognizing truth and standing up to bullies. The cultural tide is turning, and the left knows they're losing their grip on the narrative. When hip-hop royalty calls out their tactics, millions of young Americans are listening and awakening to reality. Do you think that more celebrities will follow Nicki's lead and break free from the establishment's control? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to check out the Next News merch shop for gear that shows you're part of this incredible movement that's taking back America.
The system controls information. Information control is power. They don't want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.